Imagine being 1 in a million, unique and special. Now, multiply that feeling by 1,000 and you get the idea of just how rare and extraordinary these individuals are. Throughout history, there have been people who have stood out from the rest, individuals who have changed the course of the world or inspired others with their remarkable abilities. In today's video, we'll see 15 people who were only born once in a century. But before we dive in, welcome to Facts Insight. For more videos such as this one, please visit this channel for insights based solely on facts. Make sure to subscribe and give a like. Number 1. Rumeysa Gelgi. Rumeysa Gelgi is from Turkey, the world's tallest girl who stands at 7 feet due to a rare condition called Weaver syndrome, which usually starts before birth and is sometimes accompanied by increased muscle tone, wide eyes, foot deformities, and unusually large ears. The condition's exact cause is unknown, but some researchers think it can be inherited. Although none of Gelgi's parents or older siblings have the syndrome, the 24-year-old mostly uses a wheelchair, but she can walk if she's using a walking frame. Since she won her first world record title for being the tallest teenager, she's been using her platform to advocate for others with rare conditions. Number 2. Abigail and Brittany Hensel. Abigail and Brittany Hensel took their first breath in 1990 as the rarest case of conjoined twins in which 2 different heads share a single body and main organs. Each twin controls 1 arm and 1 leg, which requires a lot of participation to finish their everyday job. Their strong family assisted them with going to school and finishing their education. Running life together and conquering difficulties isn't an issue any longer for them, and now they work as instructors at a school and are an incredible wellspring of motivation for small kids. Number 3. Hernandez. Jason Hernandez set the Guinness World Record for largest feet. His right foot measured 1.31 feet long, and his left foot reached 1.30 feet, which is even bigger than the feet of the world's tallest man. In his childhood, he was often teased for the giant size of his feet, and finding shoes for him was not easy. So he had to wear sandals made of old tires and fabric to reach school. When he couldn't find any in his hometown that fitted him, he contacted a shoemaker from Germany who creates shoes with special materials for him. His feet have grown further, although he's been undergoing treatment in a bid to stop them from growing. Number 4. Voyage. Nick Voyage was born with tetra-amelia syndrome, a rare disorder characterized by the absence of arms and legs, and faced tremendous obstacles in his life. Yet he drove forward through life's difficulties and found key standards which empowered him to track down his motivation and transform impediments into amazing opportunities, making him one of the most pursued featured experts on the planet. Presently, he's turned into an incredibly famous speaker, top-rated creator and business person. Nick's passion is to tell the world that we can all overcome every disability with our dedication. Number 5. Fenner. Luna Fenner, a baby girl from Florida whose birth was both a joyous and a shocking moment. This little girl was born with a rare skin condition called congenital melanocytic nevus, in which a huge birthmark covered her nose and eyelids that resembled a Batman mask. This girl was often bullied by people who used to call her ugly, but they didn't know that she was suffering from a serious type of skin cancer. This toddler made several trips with her mother to Russia, where after 6 spearheading medical procedures, her pigmentation had been eliminated. Yet she sometimes faces difficulty closing her left eye properly because of her stretched skin. Number 6. Shiloh Pepin. Known as Kennebunkport's mermaid girl, Shiloh was one of only 3 people in the world living with mermaid syndrome. She was born with legs fused together, with only 1 partially working kidney and no lower colon or genital organs. Her parents were told their daughter would live only for a few days, but Shiloh divided the odds and received her first kidney transplant at age 2 that lasted until she was 5, and following 2 years of painful dialysis, Shiloh received her second kidney transplant in 2007. She was on the path of recovery when, unfortunately, she lost her life while battling pneumonia at the age of 10. Number 7. Nsanzimana Ellie. A Rwandan lady got her prayers answered after losing her first 5 children, and a boy named Ellie was born with unusual features and learning disabilities. He spent most of his time alone in the bushes as villagers targeted him by calling him monkey or gorilla. Moreover, he fed upon the grass and didn't like regular food. Just after his story went viral, people around the world started contributing money to him and his mother. He went to school, learned to communicate with people, and now is a superstar and rolls in suits and designer clothes in his country. Number 8. Isaac Johnson. Isaac Johnson from Minnesota may look like a normal teenager until he opens his mouth. His mouth gape of more than 4 inches made him a dentist's dream. After seeing the width of the former record holder, Isaac was determined to be the next Guinness World Record holder and ultimately succeeded in his endeavor. He's able to open his mouth so big he can fit objects like an apple, a soda can, and even a baseball with room to spare. Keeping his mouth open for a long period of time doesn't hurt, but it can get tiring for him. Number 9. Matthias Schlenker. Matthias Schlenker surprised his parents when he was born with a rare genetic defect that made the bone in his right arm 33% bigger and stronger than his normal-sized left arm. He went through his entire youth being harassed by other kids because of his abnormal arm. At the age of 16, he won an arm wrestling tournament despite a lack of any previous practice, which made him realize that his Popeye right arm could turn this imbalance to his advantage. So he decided to pursue a career as an arm wrestler. Over the past decade, this 27-year-old has won several championships at the national and international levels. He's also defeated a specially designed arm wrestling robot. Number 10. Adrian Lewis. Most of us have seen at least one person in our life flaunting how long their tongue could be, but I'm sure no one can defeat this 18-year-old Lewis from Michigan, who has an incredibly long tongue of about 4 inches. She wants to become a record holder for the world's longest tongue, which is currently owned by Nick Stobel. With a 3.9-inch long tongue, she shows off her weird tongue tricks by posting several videos, and thousands of people tuned in to watch her twisting, flipping, and rolling tongue. She can even stretch her tongue to her eyeball with a little bit of help and can also lick her elbow and nose. Number 11. Jeff Dave. The enormous size of a man's hands with a 4.78-inch ring finger has left the netizens shocked. Jeff Tape, an arm wrestler from Minnesota, USA, has been competing in arm wrestling tournaments since the 1980s with his monster forearms that measure 19 inches in circumference and giant paws, huge enough to fit a basketball in each hand. However, he uses only his left arm during wrestling because of an old injury. Several medical tests have been conducted to see if he was born with gigantism that makes his arm so peculiar, but no disease or abnormality was discovered. He was just born that way with big arms and hands that keep growing with him. Number 12. Byron Schlenker. Still wondering about the longest tongue? Just forget about that because I'm going to show you the world's widest tongue, or should I say, weirdest tongue. Schlenker generally realized his tongue was a significant piece, however, he'd never assumed it was a record breaker. One day, he was assisting his daughter with a school project when looking at a copy of Guinness World Records, and he saw the previous record for the widest tongue was 3.1 inches, and he wanted to beat it. He was right, as his tongue was measured at 3.37 inches, even broader than an iPhone 6. Since then, he's gained the title of a man with the world's widest tongue and now has become a star in his town in New York. Number 13. Sam Burns. Sam was born to a couple of pediatricians who were shocked when their 2-year-old toddler was diagnosed with progeria, a fatal disease that causes the body to age rapidly. His parents established a research foundation in an effort to increase awareness of the condition and also offered resources for the support of those with progeria and their families. Sam supported his parents through his inspirational talks from a very early age. Sam knew he'd be facing more obstacles in life than most, but this didn't stop him from taking charge of his happiness. This brave and innocent soul, before leaving for heaven at the age of 17, left My Philosophy for a Happy Life, which was recorded in 2013 and has been viewed over 49 million times. Number 14. Mehmet and Kareem Selman. A couple in Turkey were surprised when they had their first child, Mehmet, who was born with one blue and one brown eye, a condition called heterochromia. Their second kid, Kareem, was born with the same condition. Fortunately, this condition doesn't impair vision and is simply caused as a result of different concentrations of melanin, a pigment that determines eye and skin color. The boys were happy with the attention they got when they were young, but gradually they started feeling uncomfortable, so they shut their eyes in public to avoid people's attention. However, their mother feels lucky to have these special kids. Number 15. Kim Goodman. This lady seems to be a normal person until she pops her eyes out of their socket. Kim Goodman, a lady from Chicago, can pop her eyes 0.47 inches out of her eye sockets, which could cause your stomach to churn. She holds the world record for the furthest protrusion of eyeballs. She was unaware of her skill until she got hit over the head, which caused her eyeball to pop out much further than usual. This was the perfect time for her to discover her hidden talent, and ever since that day, she could pop them out on cue, as well as whenever she yawns. So, this is it for today's video. Let us know in the comment section if you liked this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel to get the latest updates. Thanks for watching, and see you soon in the next video.